Okay, so today's warm-up, based on these notes from yesterday, I'm going to give you the assignment today, and it's going to have more notes on it. Okay, so even if you missed yesterday, it'll tell you how to do it when I give you today's assignment, right? So, number one, I want to solve an equation, and I want you to use Nsolve when you do it. So you can go to your calculator. What buttons do I press? If I go to a new document, don't save, what buttons do I press? Menu, 3, 1, okay? So hit menu, hit 3, hit 1, bam. Now yours will say Nsolve, mine says solve, and now you just got to make sure you type it in. You just can't forget that comma X, or in this case, number 1, it's comma Y, whatever the variable is, okay? So let's type it in. 9, open parentheses, Y, minus sign 3, close the parentheses, plus 5, equal sign, 10Y. Okay, so see how the entire equation's inside the parentheses? You can't forget the comma and the variable, comma Y. Okay, so you type it all the way in, you hit enter, and you get Y equals negative 22. Okay, so this is a tool that you can use as long as we are able to. Now, I heard a rumor that the calculators can be put in a mode where you can't do Nsolve. So that'd be a bummer to rely on this really hard and then not have it later. Okay, especially if you're retaking the EOC star Algebra 1. Okay, if that's you, you really want to be able to solve by hand like we were doing the last couple weeks. Okay, but today Nsolve. All right. So Y equals negative 22. That's great. Now, number 2, same idea. Let's go ahead and pull this back up. All right, so on number 2, once again, menu 3, 1, type in negative sign 7, parentheses, K minus sign 2, parentheses, equals 5, parentheses, negative sign, K plus 14, end the parentheses. Again, let's say I forgot to put comma X or comma K. I hit enter, it gives me an error. Just go ahead and go back 1 inside the parentheses and put comma K. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right here. Comma K. All right, and you should get K equals negative 28. All right. Now, for today, I'm going to pass this sheet out to you, okay? This is your assignment for the day. If I can find where I put it. Okay. The one thing that's different about this assignment, this one you're actually going to turn in. So yesterday was notes. Keep what you did yesterday. Okay, but today what you're going to do is you're going to turn it in. Notice how it says at the top, Griddable Nsolve. Okay. So, you know, on the standardized test where you have to grid it in, look, there, pass it back. So you're getting a little bit of practice with gridding it in. Here, put no warm up. Okay, and then solve that. Two, 3, 4, 5. All right, and there's one for him. Okay. Okay, so real quick, look at the screen or look at your paper. It says the same thing. Okay. Okay. So these are the requirements for a griddable. It says the correct answer can be positive or negative, but if the answer is a negative number, you must enter a negative sign. If no sign is marked, the answer will default to a positive number. Okay. So again, if it's negative, there's a circle you shade in for negative. So the answer grid includes a floating decimal point. So if you need to put a decimal, make sure you shade in the decimal. Okay. You must enter the answer in the boxes and then fill in the bubbles. Please, it's very important that you actually fill in the bubbles, okay? You do not have to use all the boxes. You can place your answer in any part of the box. I'll show you what I mean. Extra zeros, be careful with that because sometimes extra zeros change the number. So like 1 would not be the same as 100. That's 100, right? But 001, that's 1. But be careful with extra zeros. You don't have to fill in every box. Let me show you what I mean. Oh my gosh, here we go. Let me show you what I mean. Down here, if I did Nsolve on this equation, 2x minus 8 equals 8, and I plug it in, I get 12. Well, how do you shade in 12? You're going to write it in. You can write it here. You can write it here. You can write it anywhere, okay? But make sure you shade in the 1 and the 2. Does that make sense? That's a griddable. What about on the right side here? If you get negative 4.2, notice, is everyone looking? Negative has to be shaded. For 0.2, the decimal has to be shaded, okay? So it can be over here, it can be over here. Just make sure that you actually shade in all the circles that you use, right? Okay. So on the back, there's 6 problems I think you're going to do. Here, let me see this real quick. Yeah, you're going to do these 6, do the griddable, and then you're going to turn it into that turn-in bin right over there on the side of my corner of my table, okay? That's it for today. So again, kind of taking it easy this week as much as we can because I'm trying to catch up. All right, here we go.